we're headed to my breast augmentation consultation.
Yes, the is coming soon.
Down. The appointment's at 11:30, but right now my mindset is getting a moderate profile and like around 350 to 375 cc because I want to go up to a C, maybe like a small D. I guess we'll see what the doctor recommends. We've left our my consultation. It took around an hour. We got there at 11:30. They gave me a robe to change in, like one of those hospital gowns kind of, and they took some pictures of my before and afters of the breasts. I told them what kind of procedures I wanted to get done, and shortly after the surgeon came in and talked to me a little bit about what my goals were, and we talked about we didn't talk about the incision. So after we got done talking about that, I also had mentioned the sizes that I wanted to try on, and I had already known that I wanted to get around 375 cc's. And so first he came in with the iPad with the 3D imaging of how my breasts would look with that implant size, and I really liked the 375 cc. I wanted to see a little bit smaller sizes, but he kind of suggested that it wouldn't make much of a difference. So if I really wanted to see a smaller implant on me, we would try and see the 330. Since I decided 375 was the way to go based off of the 3D imaging, his assistant brought in the actual implants for me to try on with a bra and with my sports. So immediately I felt like they were I liked it, but it felt like they were big. I felt big. I felt a little bit bulky. Like I feel like it would have made my ass look flat. The boobs were too big that it made my butt look flat. So I was really going back and forth on the 365 and the 375 because she also brought that in, and I don't know, like I was really debating because I kind of felt like I did see a difference. I felt better with the 365, even though it's like a teaspoon of a difference. But for some reason, I felt better. I felt like I liked them a little bit. She also showed me the 3D imaging of the 365 later, and it really did look the same. Yeah, she's also gonna email me of the both sizes side to side because we weren't able to see. Yeah, then she talked us through like the payments and how much the total would be for everything, and we also talked about setting a date for the actual surgery itself, and everything was included in that price. So I guess I'll see you guys again when I'm on my way to surgery. I'm excited. So we're on our way to my surgery, and I have my meds right here. I'm supposed to take 2 pills by mouth with a little bit of water. Since I got cut off at midnight, I'm not supposed to be eating anything, and I'm not supposed to be having any liquid. I keep getting called that my appointment keeps getting scheduled even earlier. Like I just got like 2 phone calls, and they tried to reschedule my post-op appointment as well to earlier. So we were scheduled right now for 10 a.m. and they kind of want me to get there a little bit earlier because the surgeon is finishing up a little bit earlier, and we're only 25 minutes away, so hopefully we'll be good. I'm just debating if I should take my meds right now. I showered this morning and I disinfected with Hiblis, something like that. It's a disinfectant, so I rubbed it all over my breast. And right now I'm just wearing a zip-up hoodie. It's cold here, so I have to wear this. And I have the zip-up bra as well, which I'll show you guys later probably. I'm not allowed to have any type of lotions on, so this is me with no lotions, no type of products. I woke up like this. I took off my nails yesterday as well. I don't recall my surgeon telling me this, but I just watched so many videos online that I remember seeing someone say that you're not supposed to shave 2 to 3 days before your surgery. So I I'm gonna be able to eat. Cause I'm probably gonna be hungry by the time I'm out. Yeah, I'm scared of the constipation. That I don't know why, but that's what I'm scared the most for, the constipation. But other than that, I mean, I think I'm also just more afraid that I went too small. I am pretty much like a double A. I don't feel any A cup bras at all. All right. Ciao. Okay, guys, so I'm back already from my surgery. So I have the girls, but they're highly compressed. Also my arms, that is not from my breast augmentation surgery. When I saw myself for the first time, I was like, I'm so flat. And I was like regretting it. I was like, dang, I knew I should have got a size bigger. But like, then I came home and oops, they just look like squished, like flat, you know, because of all the compression. My mouth was very raspy, and I don't know if they like put a tube down your mouth or what, but it's very raspy. It's like sore. And I also have like a infogaso. I don't know if you guys know what that is. I don't know how to say it in English, but it's on my upper lip. It was like a little bit swollen, so that was like a little bit the discomfort I had. But let me tell you, so we got to the place on time, a little bit early actually. They took us in, they took me into a little room where I was gonna be changing. They had the little robe, the surgery robe. They had some socks with the little grip on the bottom, and they had a hairnet. First, I was asked to go use the restroom so that I can put my urine in a little cup and they can test it. And they quickly got the results. They were like, oh, you're not pregnant, so you're good on that. I sat down on a little couch after I changed and everything. I sat down and changed when I came back from the bathroom, and I put on the robe, put my hair in the hairnet, and they put, what was first? Oh, okay, so the lady came in and she told me the results, that they were fine. It was very quick. I was like pretty surprised that they got the results that quickly. She put the needle in and took my vitals. So she took my blood, and just to make sure that I was good on everything. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Before that, she had took my blood pressure on my arm, and she put the thing on my finger to like check my oxygen levels, and then she put the vitals. I'm so sorry for being all over the place. Just know that that's expected for the rest of the story. After that, we were just kind of waiting around. She came in once again to sign some more paperwork. She was pretty thorough about what my instructions were to follow after surgery. So like I had to lean on a 45-degree angle, which I don't know if I really am on a 45-degree angle. I'll fix myself a little bit later, but I was just like a little scared to like move even more. So this is kind of how I found myself. I'll show you guys. Okay, right, so she went over that. I had to sign a few pages, and once that was done, she told me that I needed to wait for the anesthesiologist to come in and go over some things. If I had questions, I could ask him, and he was very quick. Asked me if I had any questions. I mean, I don't really know what to ask him, so he went over everything pretty like quickly. I felt like he was a little bit rushed, but I mean, he's an anesthesiologist, so what do I expect? You know, like the surgeon is who I really wanted to ask questions to. So he just kind of went over the fact that where I had my IV is where they were gonna be putting my medicine, where he was gonna be putting my medicine, that I was gonna feel good, you know, I was gonna feel like I drank a couple martinis, and you know, he was here to make me feel good pretty much. And so, you know, I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And I still wasn't really nervous. Like, I just felt like everybody there was very nice, and I just felt excited still to that point, which I know a lot of people do get already nervous at that point, but I wasn't yet. The nurse, sorry, I kept calling her lady. the nurse, I don't even remember her name. She was so nice. She was so funny. She kept me entertained the whole time. So she came in, she told me, you know, now you've got to wait on the surgeon. He's gonna mark you up, and he's a perfectionist. You know, he is the boob man of Chicago, so you know you're gonna get a good job done, okay? So I was like, okay, bet, period, yeah. So just kidding, I didn't say that, but I was like, yeah, for sure. So after a while, he came in, you know, asked if I had any questions. I didn't really have questions, so you know, they always get you on the spot. So it's like, oh dang, all the questions I had flew out of my mind. So I was like, no. Okay, so he just confirmed what he told me, you know, you're getting your, and I was like, yeah, that's what I'm getting done. I was like, yeah, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and mark you up. After that, you know, they just told me, okay, it's not gonna be much long. They're gonna take you to a different room to kind of just stay there for a little bit, and then you're gonna get the anesthesia. So after a while, the nurse came in and she was telling me, okay, we're gonna head out there now. So we went to like the pre-operation room. There's like a section before you get taken into the operation room where there was someone else there, and she sounded like me, like not like me, right, but like I'm talking about the raspiness, the drowsiness. She was a lot more drowsy, right? So after a while, I was like, oh, you know, okay, she definitely just came out of surgery because she's kind of drowsy, you know. I still wasn't all that nervous. The nurse immediately changed she took out the socks that I had put on, which were the grippy socks, and she placed the compression socks on me, and then she put the socks over me, the ones that I had put on, the grippy socks, and she put over a warm towel over me, which I really enjoyed that because I know that I've seen videos of like girls saying that they were really cold, you know, because it's an operating room, you're just really cold. She had to identify me pretty much, just kind of ask me like, what's your name, what's your date of birth, are you on any medication, stuff like that. And so once I confirmed that, she was like, okay, you've been identified. She was so silly. Anyways, sorry, I'm having a little bit of chest pain. So once that happened, she put the clipboard on my legs, and she kind of went somewhere else, and somebody else came by, another nurse. She just kind of told me, you know, hey, it's not gonna be much longer, you know, maybe only like 5 more minutes and you'll be in, all right? Like the anesthesiologist is gonna come in and you're gonna be all set. So after a little while, the anesthesiologist comes by and he's like, hey, how are you doing, any questions, you know? And I was like, yes. I finally was able to like think of questions. I was like, okay, yeah, like when is the anesthesia gonna wear off, and like how long does it last? So he was like, oh, okay, well, you're not gonna be driving later today, right? I was like, no. I'm not. I won't even be able to. He was like, oh, okay, well, you know, usually it wears off after 72 hours, but you tend to feel nauseous. You know, a lot of people feel nauseous, and maybe you might feel it the next day still be a little bit drowsy. And that was that. He put in the anesthesia by where I had the IV inserted on me, which I thought he was just gonna, I don't know why I thought he was gonna puncture the IV and like inject it in there. I don't know, I've never done this anyways. So I was like, oh, okay. And he had something very small, like it was like a small syringe. I didn't feel anything. And yeah, he was like, okay, yep, you're all set. I was like, what? That's it? And I was like, oh, okay, well, it's gonna be a while till it kicks in. They stopped rolling me out, and the OR is not far. It's like literally right there, you know. We pass like a little hallway, and I start feeling good. I'm like, yay, my surgery. Oh, I've never seen this part. I'm thinking this in my head, mind you, I'm not saying this. Oh, this is nice, you know. This is something I've never seen before. I didn't think that this is how it was gonna look like. and we go, and like I remember seeing like this big round, like almost like a light, but it wasn't a light. I don't know what it is, like round over my head. I remember them talking, and once that happened, I was out. I was pretty much out. I don't know if they asked me anything, but I'm pretty sure I was out of it by then. So then all I remember is pretty much being in the little section where the previous lady was at, and like I felt like I was still dreaming. I saw a few nurses pass by and everything. They started to like ask me questions, and I was a bit drowsy. I was like answering them, and I was fairly talkative for feeling like I was in a dream. But then again, I'm more talkative in my dreams than I am in real life. What I do remember them asking me is, do you want a snack? Yeah. They gave me options of the snacks. I think they said crackers and something else, maybe applesauce or something, and or goldfish. I was like, oh, I'll take goldfish. I haven't had goldfish in a while, so I was like, yeah, I'll take goldfish and some water. It was a little water bottle, those mini water bottles, and she put a little straw in it, and she opened up the goldfish bag for me, and she was feeding it for me, and she was like, here, how's your pain doing right now? And I was like, oh, it's like a 6 or a 5, and I was still very drowsy, mind you. Like I was struggling, like I just felt like I was dreaming, I was living the life, having someone feed me goldfish. So she was like feeding me, and she was like, oh, do you like want me to continue feeding you the goldfish, or do you want your boyfriend to come in? And I was like, we'll have him come in. That's funny. I remember her asking me a few times though, because I kept wanting goldfish. I was like, can I get more goldfish? And then she asked me again. I was like, yeah, we'll bring him in here, But I think they had to wait a little while before they even brought him in. I think she was like, yeah, it'll be like, we'll bring him in around like a couple minutes, like 5 minutes maybe. I don't know, but I do remember dragging, because I was like, dang, where he at? I wanted to grab some goldfish. I felt like I still couldn't reach it, I just felt so like stiff and like stuck, I started to feel more pain, and I didn't want to reach for the goldfish. So I was like, dang, where he at? Where is he? I'm on my goldfish. I didn't say that, of course, but these were just my thoughts. So then the lady kind of left, and Omar came back. Wait, did he come by? You see, this part, I was still very drowsy. He either came in and started feeding me, or she asked me what my pain levels were now, and I went up to like 8. Like it was starting to feel really bad. It was probably because I really wanted my goldfish, I was like thinking about my goldfish and not being able to move and get my goldfish. Oh yeah, that's one thing, I couldn't talk. Like it was so hard for me to talk. Like I would give like very short responses, and like you could barely hear me because I was just in a lot of pain. And I felt like I couldn't really fully breathe in, Right now I feel like, yes, like I can. Like I can talk, I'm not getting short breath or anything, so I'm good. Well, I was in there for a while, guys. I was there for like an hour. Yeah, then he went to go get the car, and the ladies helped me up. They helped me get out of the bed that I was in, and they helped me. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I totally missed this part. Okay, so he left. He went to go get the car. They helped me up. They pushed my back so I can get up, and they tell me use your legs, not like your upper body. So I did that, and I sat down on the wheelchair. They rolled me over there, and ooh, man, it was cold. They also put my top on. I had a sweater on. They put my sweater on, and they helped me put my coat on. But you see, these aren't clear memories to me. I was still like a little bit drowsy. Okay, so please work with me. I was still eating my goldfish. We were like by the door, because we still had to go down a staircase to leave, but we were just waiting on my man to pass by. I felt like we were there for a while.
for a long time because I started to get so cold and I was shivering. I totally forgot to mention that I was shivering, like my feet were shivering. It was so cold, even though they had me on like a thick blanket. It was so cold, so cold. My arm is starting to get tired. The nurse asked me again, like, hey, you know, your pain did get worse, right? Like, you had said it was a 6 and then you went up to an 8 and you're in a lot of pain, right? And I was like, yeah, a lot of pain, like, yeah, like I am. It got worse. And she was like, okay, well, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you your meds right now, your med right now for the pain, and because yeah, it's only gonna get worse, you know. And I was like, okay, because I was in a lot of pain, you guys. Like, I had originally said I'm not gonna take those pain meds. It took a while to kick in. It took like maybe like 40 minutes. And the whole car ride, it was hell. It was so bad. It only got worse, you guys. I got into the car and everything and wasn't able to put my seatbelt properly. So we put the part that goes like by your hips, but we put the seatbelt over my head, you know, to the back of me. We put it back because you can't, you know, have it touching your breast. For a while, I was just kind of crabby. Like, I would just get frustrated. Like, he wouldn't be able to hear me, and then I'd be like, oh, you know, because I can't, like, I couldn't put in that much effort into, like, my volume, you know, because, like, everything was hurting. I couldn't, like, take deep breaths or anything, you know. So he would, like, ask me stuff, and I would be like, dude, like, stop asking me stuff. In my head, I didn't say that, but, like, I was like, oh, man, like, I didn't want to be rude and, like, not answer him either. So, yeah, anyways, that's it for now. I am gonna go back to eating my goldfish. Alright, I'll keep you guys updated, though.
Hey guys, we're at the Drake. Dude, how much was this camera? It's so cute. I want it.
Dude, you should get it, but get the new one. This is me one day post-op, so surgery was yesterday. It kind of does hurt, like, I don't know why this one's hurting. It's hurting a lot more than the right side. It's like a pinching feeling. I think I feel like kind of crooked. I've been feeling like the thing is too tight. Whatever they have me wrapped around. Like, my back fat is like coming out. That's how tight it is. I was thinking of doing my hair, but I feel like I won't be able to do the left side. I was brushing my teeth, and that's when I had the idea to kind of record that, so you guys can see what, like, I'm able to do. The sink is like so far away. So last night, sorry, I'm actually gonna try and look more presentable. Okay, so I just ate and I took my meds. So I've been sitting up for like an hour now, and this is like the most I've been like up for now, and like I feel like my back hurts a lot, especially the right side. Sorry, the left side. I was just about to do my hair, but I'm having really bad, like, the chest pain and the back pain, and I can't. And I took Tylenol, not the actual medication they gave me. Where did I leave my leaf? Oh, I still have it on. I was gonna take it off to look more presentable at the doctor's, but yeah, that's not happening. I'm just gonna lay back down. Hopefully I don't need to use the restroom, and I'm just taking light steps You know what's hard is like turning to the side. There's a chair in my way. I'm gonna show you guys. I guess the camera doesn't want to capture it. Like, I can't even give you guys good footage. Just turn on the light switch. That was kind of bad. This is my setup. See, it's like on an incline. It's kind of high up. I'm trying to drink some pineapple juice. The nurse did tell me to drink a lot of pineapple anything. And just pineapple in general. Finished it. We almost have to leave. I almost sat down without my remote. I actually also forgot I have to take my other meds. I'm supposed to take. I think they're my antibiotics. I had these before surgery. I had to take 2 yesterday. I think I actually was supposed to take another one too, which I didn't. Let me take that one as well. 1 capsule by mouth 3 times daily, since I just did, would be the perfect time. Shit. Almost dropped it. And my reflexes kicked in. And it's my left hand. The one that hurts. Scooch. Everything over there. Take it. I'm trying to pick up the controller while I have my phone in my hand. I'm gonna lay down now. I don't know why I'm kind of scared to lay back down. I'm like lifting 1 foot up, I'm like to the side, and now I'm leaning back. Oh. And we're here. But now I won't be able to reach my phone. There we go. Come on. We're almost here. Okay. Alrighty. We made it. I am a little crooked. I don't know if you guys can tell. I want to fix the headrest, but I can't. So last night I took my meds at around, well, it wasn't even last night. It was at 6 a.m. I couldn't really sleep. I was like up from like 5, like 4:50-ish to 6. I couldn't really sleep. Like, I just felt my back felt so uncomfortable. Like I've been telling you guys, my back has been hurting. Like the most. And I thought it was because like I was in an uncomfortable position. So I took 2 of the narcos, which you hear that the narcos constipate you and they slow down your recovery, so you kind of want to stay away from them as much as possible, just because you want to recover as fast. Even though, let me tell you, I fell asleep so fast after I took them. I felt sleepy, I wanted to relax, and I slept so good. So I was like, dang, no wonder people get addicted. Yeah, because I was in pain. And then I totally forgot about it. Woke up like nothing. Didn't have that pain. I was just chatting it up with my girl. And now I do not want to take them again. Because I had to eat something in the middle of the night. Well, at 6. So I could take those. I took 2 of them, and I had only been taking 1, and the Tylenol, but it just wasn't cutting it. Wasn't doing the job for me, so I decided to take the 2 narcos, and they helped wonders. But I'm scared I'm gonna be constipated now, and having pain, not being able to compress much at all. Girl, how am I gonna be constipated and in pain? I'm gonna ask my doctor today if I can take some laxative tea. So we'll see. But so far that's it. I can't be up that long. I tried, but I don't know, my back really hurts. But hopefully those medicines helped. I had totally forgot I had to take it. So I am 3 weeks post-op already, and these past couple of days I've been feeling like my right breast has been like slushy a little bit. Like when I get up, I feel that it's more sensitive and like it wiggles easier. Like I just feel that. But when I actually try and like push them up and like move them around myself when doing my massages, they feel the same. Like they move the same. But this one just feels like as if it were to pop a little bit more. I don't know if that makes sense. So I have this bra that you can adjust the straps to pull it up. Maybe I'll pull up a picture here so you guys can see. I got it on Amazon. It's the one that I've been wearing most of the time because it's just more adjustable, so it feels more compressed. And like once I did that, I had been like that for a while, so I just didn't know like what I could do to fix it, because I tried tightening the bra from the middle and adjusting the clips like tighter. But anyways, after I adjusted these straps, it really like completely made that little feeling go away. So I'm hoping that it'll go away with like some time, because I really don't want to feel like that all the time. But oh my god, I'm so sorry. I just realized my camera was a little dirty, so my apologies on that. I mean, my mirror was a little bit dirty. But other than that, I mean, after my 2 weeks post-op, my steri strips were still there. So when I was in the shower, I just kind of let the water run through it, and I tried to like pull it. It was still pretty stuck on there. So I was just like scared when I was trying to take them off, but everything turned out well after that. When I took off like the little thing that I had on my nipples, because they were covered up for a while, I didn't like want to remove them for a while. So when I did remove them, I did it like 2 weeks post-op. My left nipple was very sensitive, and like I could feel like sharp little pains when like water would run through it, or honestly like any type of movement. I felt like it would sting a little, so I just put tape over it for like a few days, and now it feels fine. So I'm hoping that I'll have that same like effect with the right boob. I still am numb on my right nipple, but I'm not too worried. Hopefully the numbness will go away. I'm feeling a lot better with mobility for sure. Like when I move my arm, like I feel that slushiness that I talk about, but I don't think I feel it. Yeah, like I don't feel that at all on my left arm. But I'm really excited to like start wearing things that I can like show them off, you know, and like wear the tops that I would never have worn before the surgery. I started walking in the mornings after I think it's the 2 weeks or 3 weeks that I can start walking, that I could have started walking. I have been applying Aquaphor on the incisions, and like I tried to massage them a little bit. But I'm just a little bit confused because on the paperwork that my doctor had given me, one of the paperwork says to start massaging them like 2 weeks post-op, but the other one says like 6 weeks post-op. So I just waited 3 weeks post-op. I haven't put anything else besides Aquaphor, and I've still been like cleaning around the incision. You can't scrub the incisions for whatever reason, you know, they might open up. And yes, like I do think that the area sometimes gets itchy, so you kind of do have to moisturize it, or else you'll feel itchy and you'll want to scratch the incision, and obviously that's not good. So I do think, for me personally, I tend to have very dry skin, so for me that worked best, using the Aquaphor like 2 to 3 weeks post-op. The bloating and everything, that kind of did go down. I want to say I was still bloated, but I was eating horribly like 2 to 3 weeks post-op. I am
technically about to be 7 weeks post-op. I know you guys can't really tell from this shirt, but I'm not done. Unfortunately, I want to wait until like I'm fully recovered and fluffed to show you guys my results. However, I just wanted to update you guys. I did talk to the nurse for my 6-week post-op appointment, and she let me know that I was all clear to work out, so I can run. I did have my 6-week post-op appointment. I preferred doing it over the phone because I just didn't want to go all the way to the city and then have to pay for the parking garage, you know, so it was a lot more convenient. I'm glad that I did that anyways, because honestly, like, it was so short, like, it's not necessary. They requested me to send them pictures from the front and the sides of the breasts so they can see how they have been dropping and fluffing. They dropped pretty quickly. I was cleared to start working out. I can go to the gym, I can run, but if I am going to be running and like doing hard, like a little bit more intense like cardio, they recommended that I continue to wear supportive bras. She kind of told me now that I can start putting, is it Mederma? Yes, Mederma. I can start putting Mederma on my scars to start my scar treatment. She also recommended that I start wearing a wired bra. I was actually surprised. I don't know why I thought that that wasn't going to be recommended, but then again, I've never really worn wired bras because I've always been very flat-chested. She sent me a link to a bra, which is a Victoria's Secret bra that is lace, and it's got the underwire, but it's not lined, so it's supposed to help it fluff out, I'm guessing. I have been actually using some silicone scars on the incisions. As of now, that's pretty much it. Now I'm just waiting for the full effect of them to fully fluff. Just in case I want. Okay. You guys, it's been a year now since my surgery, and I wanted to give you guys an update and give you guys kind of the visuals. So what I'm wearing is just like a regular silk pajama and a regular schmegular bra. It doesn't have any push-up, it just has the wired, but that's literally it. I did end up choosing 375cc moderate profile, and I went above the muscle, and I do regret that. I'll say that now, because I do have rippling. Like, I can't just not wear a bra because I feel like the ripple will show. Well, it's not even that I feel like the ripple will show if I don't wear a bra, but it's more like for the support, for it to be held up so that the rippling doesn't show up here, because this is where it's the most noticeable. Like, if I'm like this, like, you could see the rippling, and that's not something that I like. I think maybe it's because I really had no type of breasts at all prior to this, so perhaps somebody who was a little bit more filled in naturally before a breast augmentation might not have as much rippling. I'm not sure if that's a fact, but I think that's probably why. So if I could change anything, I would change placement of the actual implant. I would have wished to have gone under the muscle instead of over the muscle, just for the rippling. The left one, I have full sensory of it. I can feel it, it's not numb, and the right side is still like a little bit numb. Like, sometimes I'll be itchy and I can't just scratch away the itch because I don't feel anything. And that's kind of annoying a little bit, but I mean, that was kind of a risk. I don't really mind it. If I ever had any concerns, I was able to like message them through this app, and somebody would respond shortly after with some help. So I did have like a fairly decent experience with the customer service. A part of me wishes I would have gotten this done a lot sooner, because now I actually can just shop freely, and I don't have to think about how it's gonna look on me, because that's not something I worry about too much. Only like the fact that I do have to wear a bra, you know, and like the rippling will show. That's like the one concern that I have now, but I'd rather have this problem than what I had before, which was like literally just being completely flat. I'll try and enter some pictures here to show you guys the before and afters. I also wanted to add a disclaimer. I am no longer in a relationship with the person I was with during the video. There was obviously some things being hidden from me, which is why I had to ask my friend to spend the night with me to take care of me. The flags were there, I just didn't see them, and I don't know if like I'll get too much into that, but this is kind of just like a little vlog of my breast augmentation surgery. And if you guys have any other questions, leave them in the comments and I'll try and do a follow-up with a Q&A if that's something you guys would like to watch. I'm an open book. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to see more of my videos. Thank you so much. Bye.
You a little post-so baby. You a little 48 baby. Got a little candy in her pocket. She gon' take off like a... You already know.